Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Agri Business Now. I hope that you're ready for this informative program we've got for you. We will continue to enlighten you on the Agricultural Produce and Livestock Act. Then hear what the Extension and Advisory Service Unit in the Ministry of Agriculture is doing to drive the agricultural sector. And the Sandy Bay Government School captured the top award for the Rural Transformation Unit 2018 National School Garden Competition. These, along with the How to Do segment and the news and announcements. Stay tuned, Agribusiness Now will be right back.
Water. It is 75% of the Earth's surface, yet it is scarce in some places. It's 70% of our body's mass, yet many do not drink that 8 glasses per day. The forest plays an important part in the water cycle by protecting our watersheds. Water is life. Protect the forest.
It is important for farmers to understand the provisions outlined in the Agricultural Produce and Livestock Act in order to ensure that they are aware of their rights if faced with a case of perennial larceny. Noel Bruce, legal advisor to the Farmer Support Company Limited, is here this evening to assist with that.
I will go through the certificate of purchase to explain the different elements of it, because the law requires that this receipt, as referred to in the subsection above, shall include the following information. Therefore, one cannot just write on a piece of paper or design their own receipt. Even if they do so, the receipt that is issued to the purchaser must abide and must conform to the requirements of subsection 4 of this section. So a receipt referred to in subsection 1 and 2 shall include the following information. A, the date of sale or disposal of the agricultural produce or livestock. B, if the person who sells or otherwise disposes of agricultural produce or livestock is not a supermarket or a grocery, the type and quantity of the agricultural produce of livestock sold or disposed of, and if the agricultural produce or livestock is purchased, the price paid therefor. Now, this is simply saying that on this receipt, it should have the value of the item you are disposing of, or the item that you are selling. So if, for example, you are selling plantains and the value of the plantains is $50, it should be recorded here. Now bear in mind, if the value of the produce that you are disposing of, that you are selling, is less than $50, let's say, for example, you're selling the plantains and it's just 1 or 2 pounds of plantain, you're selling it to your neighbor or somebody else, and it is $40, then you do not fall within the ambit of the law of the act, and you need not issue a receipt, providing that it is less than $50, but the weight of it is less than 11 pounds. So let's say, for example, that the plantains, the more than 11 pounds, and the cost of it is more than $50. Therefore, on the receipt, you should include the cost of the item, which in this case is plantain, the date, so receive this day from whoever it is. The person's name should appear on the receipt, and the sum of, in words, dollars, and cents. Now, the goods should be included on the receipt and a description of it. That is, let's say, for example, the goods is plantain, so you put plantain, but what is the description? Probably it's ripe plantain, so you put goods plantain, ripe plantain, 5 pounds. Green plantains, 2 pounds. If it's sweet pepper, or hot pepper, or whatever it is, these must be included on the receipt or your certificate of purchase. Also important is that the place of sale. So if you are located in Greg's, for example, your place of sale must appear on the certificate. You must sign the certificate, and the license number of the vehicle belonging to the purchaser must appear on the receipt also. That is in the event that the buyer has a licensed vehicle. Because remember, on our last program, we defined a vehicle. A donkey can be a vehicle. A donkey cart can be a vehicle also. And on the receipt, we have the area code, the district that the farmer is in, or his land is located, should appear on the receipt. The name of the person, the farmer's registration number, the date, the time, the address, and also the farmer gives an undertaking. I hereby certify that the information contained herein is true to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief. And he signs it. Now, this receipt, this document, evidence the sale between the farmer and the purchaser, or to whomsoever the farmer or the seller disposes or sold the goods to. Now, in section 5, it says that a person who gives a certificate of purchase or receipt in accordance with subsection 2 shall retain a duplicate of the certificate of purchase or of receipt. So therefore, there are duplicates of the receipts that the farmer should keep at all time. Now, as we go further, and as we in subsequent programs, we will discuss the implications of the things, why it is necessary that the farmer issues a certificate of purchase or a receipt, and why is it necessary to have on the receipt all the details and the requirements of this section.
Extension and Advisory Services Unit in the Ministry of Agriculture serves as an engine of the agricultural sector. It has as its mission to promote entrepreneurship and crop production by increasing productivity, diversification, and competitiveness through educational programs and related services. Mr. Marcus Richards, Senior Agricultural Officer and Head of the Extension and Advisory Services Unit, highlights the unit's key areas of focus.
I wish to take this opportunity to appreciate the hard-working Extension service and all the technical support that has been provided to me and by extension to the farmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And it's not without its challenges, but nonetheless, I think we would have done a good job. So I want to compliment them for the work that they would have done throughout 2018 and encourage to pursue the same route in 2019. Now in 2018, we would have worked in several areas. We would have had a series of farmers visit and exchange programs. We would have had farmers support in terms of working with cooperatives and so on. We did some intervention relative to climate change. We would have had collaboration with a number of agencies. We would have done quite a bit of work in the apiculture. Some people may loosely say beekeeping activities and so on. And we would have had some activities in the general development of the extension and advisory services in terms of training and so on.
Building capacity in collaboration with the Taiwanese Technical Mission through farmers groups is another area of focus by the Extension and Advisory Services Unit.
Relative to farmers groups and the support that we would have provided, we would have conducted a number of training activities, especially through and with assistance from the Taiwan mission here, in terms of building capacity for the members of the farmers group, in terms of marketing, production. We also receive exchange programs also for farmers group. Farmers would have gone to Taiwan, and some of our officers would have also visited to gain valuable experience there. And we also had technical persons from the mission also visiting here and working along with us, as is currently the state. I think important to mention here also is that we know that we have traditionally been producing and disposing of the commodity in its raw state. And what we would have ventured into in 2018 is one of heavy emphasis on value addition. So we would have had selected farmers groups identifying what are the commodities they would like to add value to. So we have some of the farmers group, for example, they are doing teas, some are doing flour, like the dasheen flour, the potato flour. We have some that are doing punches and so on. So we have a range of different value addition. Of course, there are areas to be improved in terms of quality standards and so on. But at least we would have been able to venture in that area of value addition. And I must hasten to say and take this opportunity to thank Miss Mishka Edwards, who we would have contacted. We would have seen her desire and her ability to work in the value addition area. And when we conversed with her to provide some support to the group, she was very willing to so do. And I think it's very appropriate that we express our gratitude to her for that support and that collaboration in that regard. So we have been doing pretty well there. And of course, in 2019, we are expecting to, expand to a greater extent in this area.
With the vision to foster the development of scientifically based agricultural sector through a highly trained farming community, the Extension and Advisory Services Unit provides technical support to farmers through field visits and field tours.
We would have also had quite a bit of support through the Taiwanese mission again, with some small implements, tractors and so on, that would have also assisted the groups in terms of minimizing their cost of production, utilizing small machinery to advance the whole cultivation process. So these are areas that we would have worked pretty well in 2018. Now, it's always very important also when we talk about field visits, field tours, exchanges, because there is nothing like seeing is believing and putting hands on things to really gain that valuable experience. And so we would have highlighted a number of these areas in 2018 where we would have had field visits to look at things like especially hot peppers and so on, and other commodities, so that farmers not just gain valuable experience, but they would be able to exchange among them and learn from the technicians who would also provide important and valuable input into the process. So we would have had a series of these activities throughout the entire country. We are divided into three major regions: Region 1, Region 2, and Region 3. So that covers and spans the entire area. Those which are further divided into agricultural districts. And we have in each district extension officers who provide the support and assist with these field demonstrations. From time to time, what we would do in terms of making more efficient the activities, we would group districts in order to maximize the experience and experiences. We would have also in this light developed a number or established quite a bit of demonstration farms. We would have established some passion fruit demonstration plots and also sweet potatoes and yams.
Join us for more on the work of the Extension and Advisory Services Unit on next week's Agri Business Now program. The Rural Transformation Unit held an award ceremony for the 2018 National School Garden Competition, which was geared towards piquing the interest of students in the agricultural sector and to encourage the use of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics as it pertains to agriculture. Wilbur Jack of the Communications Unit has more.
Championed by the Ministries of Agriculture and Education, an award ceremony was held on Friday, March 8, 2019 to honor the schools that took part in the Rural Transformation Unit 2018 National School Garden Competition. In addressing the gathering, Senior Technical Officer in the Rural Transformation Unit, Coral Thompson-Forgus, highlighted the background and benefits of the school garden competition.
The competition commenced in April of 2018. 26 schools registered, to participate in 3 categories: crop only, livestock only, or they had a mixed category with livestock and crops. Now, in keeping with the rules of the competition, which we had distributed ahead of time, all of the focal points in each of the school was trained in good agricultural practice as it relates to vegetable production. The Rural Transformation Unit also facilitated the procurement of birds for the school so that they can have them on time. And the Animal Health and Production Unit in the Ministry of Agriculture ensure that all schools receive their birds on time for the beginning of the competition. Technical advice and assistance was provided by the Extension and Advisory Service in the Ministry of Agriculture as well, on the request of the school. We have seen some excellent gardens and very healthy birds, but today the schools will be awarded for their efforts. You will realize we cannot have 18 first places, but each school will be rewarded. The Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, Fisheries, Industry and Labour has been advocating for encouraging youth involvement in agriculture. The competition for 2019 will run from the 19th of April to the 30th of November. Registration forms are available from today.
In her brief remarks, Senior Education Officer in the Ministry of Education, Joycelyn Blake Brown, expressed congratulations to all the participating schools and hopes for greater participation for the years to come.
First of all, I would like to congratulate all of the participating schools and especially the winners. If you visit our schools today, you'll be so proud of our school feeding program. As a matter of fact, school feeding has taken on a new look internationally and regionally. So much attention is given today to school feeding. And we are so proud with the menus that we offer in our school and the fact that the Ministry of Agriculture has supported us. It means that we can offer more nutritious meals to our students. Not only that, our students can actually plant what they eat. And as you know that the research will tell you that once the children plant what they eat, they are likely to eat more. Let me at this time thank all of the teachers who were involved, the students, the parents. I know some schools had committees to oversee their garden competition, and we'll see more schools participating both at the primary and secondary level.
We'll now hear the views of the first, second, and third place winners, respectively.
I'm feeling elated, but it doesn't mean that's me alone. It's a teamwork thing with teachers and the students and the watchman, at least, making sure everything was okay. We had the extension officer, Mrs. Pamela Ashton. At this time, I want to say a big thank you to her. And when I went at Orange Hill to get some of the seedlings, Mr. Rohan McDowell, he was quite generous in giving us the seedlings, and then Miss Ashton would come and visit the farm and see what other assistance she can give. For this year, 2019, we want to retain the trophy, so we are going to put more hard work using a lot of technology and make sure that we win 2019 competition.
My name is Tori Boyens. We're glad that we win the trophy and we want to win it next year again. And we will work harder. I will plant sweet pepper and tomato, cabbage and corn and cucumber. In order for us to win, we water the plants, and weed up the plants, and we put pen manure. I like agriculture and I enjoy it. My name is Omar D'Souza. I am happy because we win the trophy. I enjoy working at the back of the school, planting crops. We are going to work hard and encourage more of our friends. I love agriculture with all my heart.
We're a little bit disappointed that we got second place because when we entered the competition, we entered to win. And in terms of preparing for the competition, Adelphi do agriculture from Form 2 to Form 5. So our students are always involved in agriculture. We only entered in the livestock production this year simply because there was some restructuring being done by our school farm. And the students, they really love it. You can't keep them at the pen.
I feel kind of disappointed in this. We come here to win, to get first place. Well, agriculture is a good thing. We will learn a lot in agriculture. We made that our business to feed the chickens at morning, give them water, give them what they need to keep them going in the growth.
I am very happy that we came second because second place is better than third place on food. And so that we will do better this year. At Adelphi Secondary School, we're very serious in the agriculture business, and I love it that way. So that if you don't come out of school with a good education, you can take agriculture serious and make a lot of money from it.
I am really elated. I'm happy that we got in third. The children worked very hard. During the holidays, they left their homes and they came, they weeded their plants, they made sure they were wet. And I am sure they're happy that we came third because they worked very, very hard. I would like to encourage the other primary schools, secondary schools to get involved. We know about the terrain in Mustic, about the soil type, and we did it and you can do it as well.
My name is Khaled Abel Alex and I'm 6 years old. We're watering the plants and we are creasing up the soil to help the plants, and we're watering them every day. But they didn't turn out so good. But then a week ago, they grew so big.
My name is Caleb Bino and I am in grade 5. I'm 10 years old. We planted okras and cucumbers, sweet peppers. I feel good. Sometimes I feel tired when I come at break and I want to eat my snack, but I just keep on watering the plants and season up the soil so the plants could grow and get bigger.
My name is Amelia Williams. I'm 7 years old and I'm in grade 4. I feel proud about my school because we tried our very best to do what we can, and we really wanted to impress people and say that we do well in our school. We work hard on our plants to make sure they grow healthy. We made sure there was a right amount of water to go on the plants, not to drown them. We want to come back and we want to win this year.
We are gonna get the big trophy!
On today's How to Do segment, you're going to learn how to bud citrus. Let's take you through the steps.
The rootstock is ready for budding when it reaches a height of about 18 inches and the stem is about 1/4 inch thick or as thick as an ordinary pencil. Plants that are properly managed are ready in about 7 months after sowing of the seeds. Budwood is selected from trees that are high yielding and produces fruits of excellent quality. The scion, locally called the budwood, should be ready for the procedure. Usually, these are wrapped in a moist cloth or newspaper to prevent them from becoming dried out during the procedure. Budding using the ticket. With a sharp, clean budding knife, make an inverted ticket through the back of the upper portion of the stem of the rootstock. Lift the sides of the vertical cut of the T at the point where they meet the horizontal cut. Remove the bud from the budwood with a shield of bark around it. Insert the bud in an upright position between the lifted back of the ticket. Wrap the inserted bud with plastic. Place in a shaded area. After 14 days, the bud should have united with the rootstock. Remove the plastic and observe the budded area. If the budwood is green in color, the procedure was successful. Those that did not unite will be brown. Cut the top of the rootstock about 1 inch above the budded area. The plant is then left to grow. On a weekly basis, observe for the emergence of shoots above or below the budwood. If any is seen, remove them as they prevent the budded portion of the plant from growing. The budded plant is left to grow in a shaded area. If these steps are followed, I am sure you will be successful in budding of your own citrus plant. If not, please contact your extension officer or any of the propagation stations.
Up next, the news and announcements.
Farmers in the Macmillan Richland Park area are asked to note that the Land Bank meeting slated for Wednesday 13th March 2019 at the Richland Park Government School has been postponed to Wednesday 20th March 2019 at the same venue. The meeting begins at 5:30 p.m. The area representative, Honorable Sinclair Jimmy Prince, will be present.
We've come to the end of the program. Join us again next week. For more information, feel free to contact us at the Communications Unit in the Ministry of Agriculture at 456-1111, extension 312 or 472, or email us at citumaf2@hotmail.com. Remember, you can view more of Agri Business Now programs on our YouTube channel, Agri Business Now St. Vincent, or like our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/agribusinessnow to get more updates. Until next time, I am your host, Nakita Samuel. Thank you for viewing.